Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be doing my current foundation routine. I just wanted to share some new things that I'm doing. It's the same foundation and everything, just some new, I guess, tips that I'm doing, a little changing it up a little bit. And I feel like what I've been doing now has been making my makeup so flawless that I'm just like excited to share with you, because it just makes your skin, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like full coverage, but it doesn't look like you're like caked on. It's, I don't know, but you guys will love it too, I hope. Yeah, so I hope you like a couple things. The new background, I did pick up some new backdrops, and I'll keep the pink one on for a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. So getting right into it, the first thing that I did, my Pond's cold cream cleanser. Oh my god, my neighbors are looking out their window and my window's open, but I'm using my Pond's cold cream. Did I say that? My Pond's just cream moisturizer, sorry. So that's all so that takes me into my next subject, which is sunscreen. And sunscreen has been a big part of my routine before I do my makeup, and I never used to use sunscreen before. I never thought about it, like, you know, who uses sunscreen? Like, you don't think like you need to get a sunscreen for your face. You just use it when you go out, you know, to like the beach or to the pool or whatever, you know what I mean? But honestly, sunscreen will help you prevent so much damage to your skin, whether it be crow's feet or dark spots or anything like that, you know, when you get older. And I know it's like, oh my god, put it off, I don't care, I'll wait till I'm older, and when I have it I'll deal with it then. But it's kind of like just a preventative measure, you know. It always helps. And I mean, you don't have to put it every day. Like, if you're just doing your makeup for the nighttime, obviously you don't need sunscreen, but like to go out or whatever. But if you are going to be like out and about running errands, you know, you want to put makeup on, just put some sunscreen, especially right now because it is summer. The sun's been so hot, at least over here where I live at, you know, and it's just better for you. Your skin will feel better, you know, and it'll be better for you. So the one I use is Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen, and this is SPF 30, which most, like, if you Google it or anything like that, most websites will say SPF 30 is perfectly fine for your face. It's more than enough. Now, if you're going to be out doing activities and stuff like a hike or running outside or whatever, I would suggest using something stronger, because you don't have makeup on over it. You're kind of like out for a long period of time. But if you're like in and out running errands and stuff, SPF 30 is fine. You don't need anything higher than that with SPF. And then another thing, today I'm not going to use it because I'm not going to be outside. I'm not going anywhere until later on in the night. So yeah, I'm not going to be using SPF today, but that's just another tip that I did want to give. And then also Fixplus. Fixplus is probably something, if you could tell me like what can you not live without as far as any makeup product. I mean, technically it's not makeup, but I can't live without this, for the simple fact that this is more than just a makeup setter. You could use this to prep your skin. You can use this to hydrate your skin, refresh your skin. And if you own Fixplus, you know that like mist of, like, you just get that feeling, you know, when you put it on. And I really, really enjoy Fixplus. So if anything, I would not be able to live without this. So I'm gonna go ahead and okay, so then next I have been using and going back to this Nivea, I'm sorry that's dirty, but I have had it for a while already, but this is the Nivea Post Aftershave Balm in Sensitive, the white one. I know there's a blue one, but this is just the one that I've seen everywhere. Nikki Tutorials first brought this to light, and I think you know, everybody kind of says that she's the one who brought it out, which she is, because I wouldn't have heard of it if it wasn't for her. But you know, she mentions this, and she has a whole video, I think, dedicated to it, if I'm not mistaken, or it's in a favorites video of hers or something like that. But yeah, this aftershave balm is really, really, really good for what it is, for the price it is. It's like, You get 3.3 fluid ounces, and I think it's like $4 and something, or $5, something around there. Under $10, I know, I believe. Yeah. So if you're not a person with large pores and your skin's pretty smooth, you just want like a base underneath, go ahead, go to Target, go to CVS, Walgreens, whatever, pick this up, because I promise you, you won't regret it. I'm already almost halfway done, but I've had this for a really long time. Like back when she like was first starting to rave about it, I was like, you know what, let me go grab that, because you know I'm always looking for cheaper alternatives to things, you know what I mean? And I don't mind. So I prime my skin with this, and you're supposed to, her tip anyway is to rub it in until you feel it kind of start to get tacky. Like you'll feel your skin kind of dragging, you know, you'll feel it. So it's yeah, you'll feel it start to get tacky. It's not like a bad feeling, or it's not like if it's sticky and nasty. It just, you'll know that your makeup is gonna stick to that shit. So then just for my pores, which I feel I have my pores, you know, on my nose, a little bit right here, and then the center of my forehead, just so if I'm getting oily or something, this will just oh my god, it like squirted at me. This will just you know, combat that. And I'll just put it, like I said, on my nose and on my forehead. This video might be long, and I do apologize, but I do want to kind of explain as much as I can anyways. Explain as much as I can, because I don't want to be like, okay, well you talked about this but you didn't really talk about like this, or go into detail or whatever. And I know like those kind of details you guys want to know, you know what I mean? So or at least that's how I am, because I'm very nosy and I like to know, okay, well that's what you do, then what about this, you know? So before I move on, I do want to talk about something else that I would say almost always do. Not every time I'm doing my makeup, let's just say like once a week, you know, maybe like on Friday, whatever, you know. I do take these little shavers, you know, the little ones for the eyebrows. You see them everywhere. I'm pretty sure they have them at like the 99. They have them everywhere. But I promise you, shaving your face, narrowing your face, threading your face, whatever is your preference, that will save your ass when it comes to your foundation. If your foundation is patchy, if it's like sketchy, if it's not as smooth, or as smooth as you wish it would be, I swear, if you shave your face with any, and I'm not talking about go to the sink and soap and shaving cream and everything, literally just like this. Look, I'll do it right now. Just like this, just dry shave. Like, it doesn't take off so much hair. You're dry shaving, so it's not like if your hair is gonna grow back like your leg hair, you know, it's all prickly and shit. It doesn't grow back like that, you know. I haven't been doing this that long, but I would say I've been doing it for a couple months now. Yeah, you know, I would be lying, and don't sit here and say that you don't get pelos in your face, girl, because we all do, you know. I go around my forehead like this, down my eyebrows, and your nose. I should have did this after primer, but whatevs. Your nose even has hair, so if your nose contour is coming out patchy, if it's coming out ugly, if your makeup's not sticking to your nose the way that you want it to, this could be it. It could be because, you know, gotta get that stash, girl. It could be because of the hair, because that gets in the way. Like, it gets in the way of making your skin flawless. And you know, I'm not embarrassed to say that I have hair, because if you're gonna sit here and say that you don't have hair on your face, you're either like a naked mole rat, or I don't know what, because everybody has peach fuzz, everybody has those hairs, you know what I mean? It's like, if you take that off, your makeup application is that much smoother, I promise you. So invest in one of these. They're like $3. Sorry about that, the camera died, but I got backup batteries, so we're all good, girl. But anyway, like I was saying about shaving the face, it's just, you know, it'll make your makeup way better, and I promise you that. It'll make your contour look good. If your contour's like sketchy or anything. It'll make it look better, I promise you. I feel like I have a booger. Make your makeup glide on smoother. So enough about that. I have my base on, I have my not my foundation, I have my base on, I have my primers on. Now into foundation. I have been mixing these two, and this is the Fit Me from Maybelline, and then this is the Loreal Pro Matte. And the only reason why I'm mixing is because this one is really dark, and then this one is like a shade, not even a shade, like a touch lighter than my skin tone right now, because this is my like yearly color foundation. And right now, since it's summer and you're getting tanned and you know, you get a little more color, I'm getting a little darker, so it is a little light for me at the moment, but no worries, because then you just take a darker foundation and you work it out, you know. What I do is take a little dot, a little dot like that, little focus, and then just a tiny little dot of the L'Oreal, because this is, oh well, this, let me tell you the color. This is 107 fresh beige, and it's pretty dark, and then this is 128 warm nude. So I do love them both. I would say I love the matte and poreless more, just because of the formula. It's not as drying, but it is matte, and the infallible, it's kind of, it can be drying, you know, and since I am a dry ass girl, it doesn't work with me. So what I have been doing also is taking this Morphe brush. Well, it doesn't have to be Morphe, but any flat brush like this brushes, I swirl the colors together like that, and then I go directly on my face, and I kind of just make some lines, go on my neck, obviously, because you want to match your color. And I swear, putting my foundation on like this with a brush first, I don't know why I've never done it like this before, but putting my foundation on like this first, I feel like it just gives me the most full coverage. And it's crazy, like I always hated these little flat foundation brushes. Like I've always hated them. I never was like one of those people like, oh my god, I need a flat foundation brush. I'm like, dude, this is such a waste of, like, why do they even make these brushes? Literally, that's literally my friggin' my train of thought anyways. But now I love them. I need to is take my beauty blender damp, you know, you wet it under the sink, you already know how that goes, and then I work it into my skin further, and I dab it. You guys seen my Instagram video? But I work it into my skin. I just, you know, dab it on further, and because I applied it with the foundation brush first, I feel like that kind of set it on my skin, like placement wise, and then this just kind of blends it, you know. So, you know, so moving on, I feel like I'm babbling. Moving on, concealer. So this is my NYX HD in the color beige, and my concealer is not like anything fancy. I'm not really like, unless I'm really looking for that, like, oh my god, you know, highlighted concealer type of a look. I really have not been, oh, this is drying out already, I need another one. I really have not been going too in with the concealer, but this concealer, you guys, is so good. And you know, NYX is inexpensive. I think this concealer was like $5 or something like that, or 5 something, maybe $6 for something, I don't know. You know, NYX is not very expensive. So I do go where I have my redness, and then under my eyes, I have redness above my eyebrows, that's why I put it there, and then a little bit between my nose and my forehead. I'm gonna take my Ben Nye neutral set powder, and this is the one that I always use. This is the one that I always use. You guys can also, I want to talk about a little bit, color correcting. Sometimes I color correct, sometimes I don't. It depends how I just feel my skin. Like if I feel like I'm super extra red, then I'll use, you know, my green corrector to combat that technique. But this little powder puff, let me just tell you that this has changed my foundation. And when I say it's changed my foundation, I'm not being dramatic, I'm not being like sarcastic, I'm not trying to like overdo it, nothing. And I'm not talking about, this is another, these little powder puffs. I'm not talking about these little guys. These are the ones that, like, you know, come into your foundation, or you could buy disposables, not those. I'm talking about these fat little powder puff guys. I got this at Walmart. And what I'm doing now is just going into my powder foundation. And I know you're like, girl, powder foundation on top of foundation. It's not cakey. I promise you, if you do it this way, you are gonna be fine. You don't have to use every single one of these products, but if you put your foundation on with the beauty blender, blend it in, and then use this technique of powder, I promise you your face will look flawless. What I do is press it on my face. Literally press. Don't swipe, just press. So now what am I moving on to? Okay, now moving on to bronzer. I know I don't have brows on, but I'm not gonna do my brows and eyes on camera because it's not about that, it's about my foundation. But moving on to my brows, moving on to my bronzer. This is my Ride or Die bronzer, something I will never probably ever change in my life unless I find something that I'm more in love with, which I don't think I will. But this is the Ave Princess bronzer. That's the name right there. And it's by Tarte Cosmetics. This is, I think, my second or my third one, and I'm already hitting pan on it. If you are my skin tone or lighter than me, you will love this bronzer and you will thank me, because it is a very nice bronzer for your skin. My cousin loved it when I used it on her, and she's like a shade lighter than me, and Nikki Tutorials uses it and she's like 10 shades lighter than me. You know, she's very pale. So yeah, it's not like very orangey, but it's still bronzy, and it has like a little bit of like gold, not shimmer, like those little reflex, like not glitter either. It's like, it's just so nice. And I take it on a big brush like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a big ass brush, and you just kind of give yourself like a dusting, you know, all over the face, so it's not so like concentrated in one place. Now that I'm bronzed, I do go in, and I have been going back to an oldie but a goodie. Where is it at? If I could grab it. The Anastasia contour kit, and I haven't used this in a really long time because my brother got me a NARS kit for Christmas or my birthday. I don't know which one, but one of those. And I've been using that because it has Laguna and I forgot what the contour shade is, but it's a really good palette as well. But this is my Anastasia contour kit, and I usually take all three shades, all three of them, girl, and I just go in. Like, that's what I do. I don't, it's not like I'm like, oh, this one and that shade. No. The only one I don't do that with is the middle one. I do that for my nose contour. I'll do that, just the middle shade, because it's more like, it's more of a neutral kind of cool tone, as opposed to the other two on the sides are a little warmer. So just to further warm up my face, I kind of flick a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you don't put your brush and then swipe like that. I kind of like flick. You get what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I go ahead and I do that. And another trick I do, if you guys are feeling super lazy, which is me like 9 times out of 10, I get the same contour brush that I was using right now, and I pinch it, and I go on my nose. I do it all the time. You could get a little contour brush for your nose, which I do have one that I use only specifically for my contour, but I'm like, you know, not today. So another tip is go like this. Literally, I know it's the ugliest face, but go like this and kind of stretch your nose. Like, lift your eyebrows, and I can't talk into it, but lift your eyebrows and then stretch your mouth down, because that it gives you the most exposure to the bridge of your nose here, and you'll get the more, you know, like effect of a chiseled nose, rather than if you're just gonna go like this, you're only getting kind of like right here, but when you go like this, you're exposing it that much more, so it'll be easier for you. So again, just kind of like pinching my brush. This is the, I call it the lazy girl nose contour. Oh my god, you see the difference? I hope you could see the difference, but I don't know if they sell it separately, but I wish they would. This banana shade from WetnWild, oh my god, I love it. Like, if it would focus. This is the one I got in my drugstore tutorial, and it is in the shade 750A Caramel Toffee, and the contour shade is a little too orange for my liking, but if you use it lightly, it could still be used. It's kind of dirty, my bad. But this one, as you can see, I've already hit pan. I've been loving it. What I do is I get my beauty blender again, and I go like this. And you can use beauty blenders with pressed powders. I don't know about every single pressed powder, but with most pressed powders you can, and it's the same effect as if you're using it with the loose powder. I didn't know if I could use it with this powder or not, but one day I was just like, try it girl, see what happens, and I did. So another thing I've been doing, you see, is I'm just full of like new fucking tips today, right? Another thing I've been doing is, before I would go like this all the way down to the corner of my mouth. I stopped doing that because I feel like sometimes it looks a little too harsh, and you could still, even if you blend it out after, you could still tell that you did that, you know what I mean? So what I have been doing is only doing it over here right in the end and kind of pulling it down a little bit. Let me show you. So getting right under there and then stopping halfway, because let me go to the other side, my baby hairs, my little hairs here, and go ahead and do this and do the same thing. And go down a little bit, and then that's it. And then I also like this powder. It's like one of the best banana powders I've ever used. I also use the Ben Nye luxury banana powder, and that one's great too, but this one is more readily available for everybody. And I go on the same places where I put the concealer to kind of highlight. I go on those same places, and since you already did your nose contour, just a little bit of the brightening yellow powder right there, will just further accentuate that contour and accentuate the brightness of your nose that you want down the center. So after that, kind of let that sit for a little bit while I do my brows. I'm gonna do my brows off camera, and then I'll highlight, spray my face, finish my face off camera, and I'll get back to you guys right now. Okay, so coming back to it, now that I have brows on, I'm just gonna dust off, take that same angled brush and dust off my kind of bake with that yellow powder. And I use the same brush that I used for my contour, or for the one that you used for bronzer, just so it could kind of blend it more seamless, because you do still have, you know, leftover product on that brush. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then usually I'm not a very big like blush person to wear a lot of blush, so I just go in with highlight, just because, like I said, I'm already a very red person, and I don't like to always accentuate that. So I'm just gonna go in with Maryloumanizer from the Balm and add that with a Morphe M509 brush to the tops of my cheekbones. And I'm not like, oh, I'm really not a person that's like, you need to follow the rules and face chart of, you know, keeping your highlight from here to here only, and da-da-da. I'm not. I'm kind of like, I mean, I've never been a rules type of person, you know, but I'm not like, you know, makeup has no rules, you know. I know you hear it all the time, other YouTubers have heard it, but it really doesn't, you guys. Like, do what your natural instinct tells you to do. If your natural instinct's like, girl, go in with that highlight, go in with that goddamn highlight. Like, do what you want. Do that is the biggest way. I'm taking a little on my fingernails for my nose. That's one of the ways that I've just, I guess, got to where I'm at when it comes to makeup and come to like knowing what to do and stuff. I've just done whatever I wanted to do. I've never been like, you know, I've taken tips and tricks from other YouTubers, followed what they do, and kind of did it in my own way, I guess. You get what I'm saying? Like, just whatever. Makeup has no rules, girl. You do what you want to do. So before I do my eyes, you guys know and have probably heard me say in a lot of videos that I always like to fix plus before, not necessarily my eye makeup, but before my mascara anyway, because I don't, what ifs. So if your face is feeling cakey, if you're feeling too powdery, get Fix Plus. Best investment. It's like 26 bucks, but, or 22 bucks. It is a really good investment for this size of bottle. It's like, you're not going to use it in a month. Like, it lasts you, you know. It lasts me a long time, and I use it like way too often, you know. But yeah, so when your face, if your face is ever feeling cakey, or if you ever feel like your makeup's just not kind of blended right, you know, if that makes sense, kind of like seamless, you know, like super snatched or anything like that. If you're feeling like your makeup doesn't look like that, I swear, get Fix Plus, spray that all over your face, and it just blends in your makeup so well. Smells bombs, feels refreshing. It kind of just like your makeup to your face, and just, I don't know what it does. I don't know what sorcery is in this bottle, but it just like your face, and then you're good to go. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy my foundation routine and the tips and tricks that I let you know in this video. It just really has made my makeup last all day, stay super flawless. Anything else you guys want, any other further requests, go ahead and comment to me down below, or Snapchat me, wherever you feel comfortable talking to me, and let me know whatever you guys want to see next, and I'll be sure to get it out for you guys. So have a great day or night wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.